Right, I'm going to let you into a little secret. When I'm coaching, most of the time I'm looking at body language. But yes, of course I'm listening, and of course I'm listening to the words and all that business, but the real truth and the real story is in the body language and how a person moves along with what they're saying. So yes, it's top to toe body language, but the real key stuff is happening here. So I thought I'd talk to you about this today because with a lot of video calls going on and you're seeing a person from behind a screen, watching micro movements becomes even more important. And the micro movements are the involuntary movements that our face makes when we're trying to express something, because you don't always mean what you say and you don't always say what you mean, if you know what I mean. But your face does tell the real truth. And there are some things you can watch out for. The first thing is the obvious thing. And I know you're going to say, yeah, we know that. But it's eye contact. And you'd be surprised how many people just don't look the person in the eye when they're having a conversation. Because their eyes flit into all different places. And, you know, if it's a video call, they might have their head down. They might be doing something on their desk at the same time as listening to you, or they might be having a look at the phone while they're also listening to you. All of that says, I'm not really listening that much, or I'm not listening at all for that matter. So watch for fleety eyes, because it means their attention is not on you. They might have stuff on their mind. They might be in a hurry, impatient, frustrated, want to get off the call, or, and I've got to say this folks, they might be bored, because sometimes a video call can go on for too long. Any call can go on for too long. But with a video call, you can see a person's reaction. And when their attention goes, that is it. You have lost them. So be mindful of how engaging your video calls are and look them in the eye, get to the point, try not to make it last too long, and then get off, because you won't have their attention for that long. So eye contact is, of course, it's really important. But the other thing that I thought I'd talk to you about today is one of my personal cheeky favourites is eyebrow movements. Yeah, I know it sounds really weird, but you can tell a lot by how somebody's eyebrows are moving. You know, it sounds like I'm a really weird coach now, but it's the truth. So if somebody is surprised by what you've said or by what you've asked them to do, then their eyebrows are going to go up and their eyes will widen a bit like this. And obviously if you can see the full face, they might even go. So, and behind a mask it looked like this. So you can see it. You can see what that person's reaction is. They don't have to say anything. And if they do say something, then be careful which bit you believe. The eyebrow movement, the facial expression, or the words that they're actually telling you. So it might be that they're shocked by something you've said or asked them to do. Notice it, pick it up and talk about it. Ask them what it is they're shocked about or surprised at and why. So in other words, dig deep. Look behind the mask is what I'm saying. So shock, surprise is one thing. The other thing you can watch out for is worry, concern, doubt even, and sometimes depending on a person's shape and thickness of their eyebrows, it can kind of go to a bit of a point, and their eyes sometimes droop a bit, so it kind of looks like this. Maybe you can see that very well. Even behind a mask. Worry, concern, pick it up, because it means something. Even if they say everything's fine, no, they're not worried. Yes, they are. You can see it on the face. And the final thing with eyebrows is anger. Oh yeah. So you might have really fired somebody up. They're really annoyed about something. You can see this quite easily. If you can see the full face, sometimes a person's lips tighten. But what does happen is their eyes narrow, their eyebrows flatten, but this bit in the middle bunches up. So it can look like this. And behind a mask, it looks like this. Can you see that? Anyway, you get the picture. So, flattened, squinty of the eyes, bit of a stiff lip, that person is not happy at all. Pick it up and find out why. So watch for the eyebrow movements. You can always tell something by them. And the final thing to leave you with is a person's smile, because people compare lip service even when they're smiling, and they kind of give you that fake smile. It's the polite smile, I always like to say. It's kind of a half-hearted one, a bit like this. But if you want a genuine smile, or if you want to recognise one, then the face gives much more. So the crinkles around here happen. The cheek muscles bunch up a bit, and of course you get a wider smile, so it looks more like this. That is a proper smile, folks. Oh yeah, genuine. So all of these things are really important if you want to stay engaged with your team, if you want to be in touch, if you want to connect, if you want to find out the truth. So watch out for those things, and like I said, they're really useful if you're talking to somebody from behind a mask. So I'm going to go now because your attention's probably going, or you might be bored by the video. However, if you pick something up, then that's good. That's good for me anyway. So bye for now. If you've got any questions, drop them below or get in touch. Talk to you soon.